Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from all around the world are Arise News analysts Emmanuel Efeni and Kayode Otitoju. Good afternoon to you both, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Vimbai. Good afternoon, Cynthia Are. Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Kayode Otitoju.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's start the review with this day. Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story, Ortom breaks with Wike, says he's not supporting Ayu's removal, reaffirms confidence in his ability to lead party to victory. PDP stakeholders pressure Atiku to prevail on chairman to quit. Dino Melaye, we are not threatened by our competitors. Ex-VP appoints Saraki, Ayim, Shekarau, Secondus, others, special advisors. Yes, Atiku Abubakar moving on with the composition of expanding, as it were, his campaign council. But another paper is also reporting this story. We'll look at it just before we discuss. The New Telegraph newspaper, 2023 campaign. Atiku hits Wike, appoints Secondus advisor. Saraki, Ayim, Shekarau, Oyinlola also make the list. He understands Nigeria best, says Ologbodiyan. I have no hand in Ayu's travails. Ortom, yes. I think this is I won't call it a setback, but breaking of ranks with Wike, because Governor Ortom, one of the avid supporters of the Wike position. In fact, I usually call him a member of the Wike wing of the PDP. But here he's saying, well, he is not in support of the Ayu Must Go campaign. What could have brought about this change of tone? Well, Ayu is his kinsman. He's from Benue State. I don't know how he will go and tell his people that I campaign for the removal of Ayu. But perhaps that is not the whole story. Ayu is a top politician, former Senate president, an intellectual in his own right, paid his dues in the politics of the nation. But of course, we know the issues that have led to this call for its removal. What I'll call is indiscretion, and Wike puts it in perspective that it was part of a grand plan to ensure that Atiku emerged victorious, whereas as the chairman is supposed to provide a level playing field for everybody. And add to that, he said, if a northerner emerged as a presidential candidate, I will step down. His words. Keep to your words. These are the issues. But something else Atiku has done. He just appointed some big names as advisors. Saraki, former Senate president. Ayim Pius Ayim, former Senate president. Ibrahim Shekarau, former governor of Kano State, who just left the NPP to team up with the PDP. Of course, you know the Kano votes. And he's a big player there. Maybe you say not as strong as Kwankwanso, but he's a big player in Kano politics. Then the South-South appointees, Secondus, former chairman, whom Wike fought to bring to office as chairman, whom he fought to push out of office to install Ayu. But Atiku has appointed him as one of his advisors. He went to Cross River State. Lele Moki, former governor, two-time governor, former minister, as one of the advisors. And of course, Emmanuel Udom is chairman of the campaign council. Delta State, that's where the governor, who is now the running mate, comes from. Of course, we know Obaseki of Governor Obaseki of Edo State, Doyediri of Bayelsa State. They don't see eye to eye with Wike. So is this the encircling of Wike in the South-South? And of course, there are others who are big players in River State. So what is this pointing to Wike? Is this the game is up?
Oh, you want me to comment?
Yeah.
Yeah. They said when you stay too long on top of the...
in the loo.
In the loo. different type of...
You see flies with green coats.
Exactly.
I know where you're going.
So when people are saying, tread softly, when you don't heed to their advice, there are strategies and there are strategists. Now it's been boxed to either working for APC or rendered irrelevant. Because second...
For PDP?
No.
That is good. You think he wants to work for
You know,
APC?
his body language has always been for APC. Why he said...
That's the body language you see.
Why he said that he would remain in PDP. But now with Secondus being appointed, because I know Secondus. In fact, in 2007, he was in the board of, the whatever, what do you call them now? Why I was in the board of Security and Exchange Commission. We were inaugurated the same party, and we were inaugurated the same day by the former Minister of Finance, Okonjo-Iweala. So I know him, and ever since he has grown faster and bigger than all of us. Okay? Now, once you're having him, then Wike and even other guys that will have worked with him indirectly, like the former Senate president, the former senator from Ogoni. I always forget his name. Yeah.
I'll get the name now.
So, all of that. So, if KI is not taken, Wike will Magnus Abe. Wike will be irrelevant.
You know, there was also a story in this day that weekend Bola Tinubu might be meeting in London. It's almost like you're feeding
it's still
into
the same thing.
So you're saying there's a bit of credibility to that conversation.
The action,
they're quoting.
They are going pari passu.
Yes, I once said on this program that if Wike does not join the train will leave him behind. Yeah. Maybe that's what is unfolding. But they've kept the door open for him to come back and be part of the PDP family. That's what they're saying. That's why you see when they go on TV, they always say, yeah, it's our brother, it's our man, it's our best governor, it's our poster boy in terms of performance. They see massage his ego. So let's leave that for now. Another major story of the day. Vanguard newspaper, 2023 presidency. Yoruba elders split over Obi Tinubu. Why Afenifere will support Peter Obi. Ayo Adebanjo says, I have nothing against Tinubu. Igbo should be president. Olufalaye. We don't align with Afenifere Yoruba Council of Elders, saying Tinubu will protect our interests, ARG. We are not interested in elections or restructuring Akintoye as Lagos for Obi Dati holds 4 million man march October 1. Now, Chief Pa Ayo Adebanjo, the acting leader of Afenifere, came out to address the press yesterday, and he said, look, it is not our turn. That's Yoruba turn. That if we're talking of turn, it belongs to the Igbos. And that's where the presidency should be going. Hence, we are rooting for Peter Obi. It is not a new call. Even before the emergence of Peter Obi as Labour candidate, even before he left the PDP, Pa Ayo Adebanjo has said it that it is the Igbos that should produce the next president. He said it a number of times. But now, of course, there are other Igbo candidates in the race, and he has singled out Obi perhaps because he's easily the one who looks like the leading candidate from that zone. What does this portend? Endorsement, number one, for Obi. And of course, you know what endorsement means. In US politics, when the big names come out to endorse you, it says something. What it translates to, left to be seen. But what Pa Adebanjo has done, he said, I don't have anything against Tinubu. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu has the right to contest for the presidency of this country. But what Pa Adebanjo is correcting is that, look, it is not the turn of the Yoruba. Nobody should go out and say, our locum. Then you now appropriate that our locum to Emi locum.
You see, I'm a Yoruba man.
Yes.
And I'm a politician. In Yoruba land, we don't joke with elders. And we say people are elders when they do all they can to make sure that Nigeria remain one, unity. unified. So what Baba is doing is just to maintain that unity. Okay? In fact, when I first heard the story, someone told me that I bet even Ohaneze had not even endorsed Obi. Why is Baba Adebanjo, endorsing Obi? We don't see things that way. Agbakiwa loja kuri ọmọ tuntun wọ. The meaning is an elderly man can't be in the market while the head of a baby carried at the back is sagging. So that's it.
Okay, so you endorse what Pa Adebanjo has done to say, look, it's not our locum, it's Igbo's turn. Given the trajectory, because he mentioned Yoruba has been president for 8 years, Obasanjo, 8 years as VP, we've been speaker 2 times in this dispensation. So, but what does it translate to in terms of actual vote? Will they go to the field, canvass for vote for B, and will the Southwest voters listen to them, or
that will be food for thought? That's
yes.
something for
That's a seminal topic.
Exactly.
Actually.
Absolutely.